that you got an opportunity to serve in the National Police Service. Don't take it for granted. Always remember how hard you worked to run in that pitch, how hard you worked to look for this opportunity to serve. And I want to say, first of all, despite the fact that 4 months have gone, I want to congratulate you first for actually getting that opportunity to serve in the National Police Service, and to congratulate you for the 4 months of training and how you've come out stronger and more knowledgeable on matters of national security. So for me, I want to say congratulations. Number two, I must say that there is a huge expectations on you by your country, by your parents, by those you left back at home, but also there is expectation by the government and by the country, because you are the lot that we have been so much waiting to see come to the National Police Service, so that you can bridge the gap. This administration, when His Excellency the President came to office, we had so many challenges that inhibited the possibility of having a recruitment immediately. But 3 years down the line, this administration, thanks to the Commander-in-Chief, made a very bold decision to recruit 10,000 police officers across the country to make sure that we bridge the gap that we had left for so many years. And you became part and parcel of those who got the benefit to be recruited. And therefore, I will say that you are an answered prayer for the country, and the work that is expected of you out there is enormous. Take this time of training very seriously. Everything that your trainers are telling you, all what your teachers are telling you, take it very, very seriously, because the country is expecting the same. The next thing I want to say is that out of this training, I am very happy to note, and having been briefed, that the curriculum is designed to address challenges of modern times that are affecting the nation and the world, but also that are affecting National Police Service. We know that our country has faced various challenges. Top among them is the continuous need to protect our border. We are surrounded by various neighbors that have their own internal challenges, and as a result of those internal challenges, there are spillover effects that includes proliferation of small arms, trafficking of drugs, issues of terrorism. All these concerns require men and women who have the mental strength, the proper training to respond to these challenges in our nation. And as we progress, we must be able to retool you, to rekit you, to retrain you, to ensure that we are up to date when it comes to responding to the challenges that are affecting this country. Let me say that beside the three challenges that we have, there are other challenges that affect security in our country, issues of theft, robbery, land conflicts, community conflicts. We have issues of sexual and gender violence. All these challenges that we have in our country require you to be trained properly. We have also witnessed recently a more growing challenge that we are facing, and that is the growth of goons and gangs across the country. And as a result of the same, and let me start by saying that these goons and gangs I'm very, very sad to note, to tell you that they are some of your seniors, that is citizens in this country, who are expected to provide leadership, either as aspiring leaders or those who are holding office now. But unfortunately, they are becoming a threat to national security. Unfortunately, it is expected of you that when you get out of here, you have the capacity, the training to be able to protect the people of Kenya from such kind of criminal activities. Therefore, what are the key values that will enable you to do so? First of all is the constitutional value of integrity. The training you are being given requires you to become a more disciplined police officer. And discipline starts not from others, it starts from you. Some of you have come here as an answered prayer to your parents, an answered prayer to your community. You have come here because, and the community is extremely celebrating that finally our son or our daughter has a job. So beside providing national security to the nation, you are expected to have personal discipline. You cannot give that which you do not have. And take this period of time that you are being trained to train your mind, train your spirit, train your body to be disciplined. The fact that you have been here for these months and you have not died because you have not drunk alcohol should encourage you to know that you can live here and become a disciplined person who is not going to be a victim of alcohol abuse and drug abuse. You need to get the proper training that ensures you train yourself. Beside what you are being given by others, you need to train your mind, your body, that you need to be what you ought to be and to serve the country in the manner that is expected of you. Integrity is very important. Integrity is very important because if you are not a person of integrity, then anything goes. And when anything goes, it means you can do anything for money. Money is good, and all of us are here looking for money. You know, at the end of the day, you are looking for money to serve, to protect your family, to feed your family, to clothe, to school your children, to support your parents, to support your siblings. The money is very important. But love of money is the root of all evil. The fact that you can do anything for money is dangerous for your country. I am glad to know that this training also encompasses matters of integrity and giving you the lessons to learn about fighting corruption. You know, we have a problem of people who are protecting our country in the border, but takes very little amount of money to be able to allow aliens to come to our country. The trafficking of drugs and illicit alcohol can only happen if there is a complicit police officer somewhere or a complicit government official. All these things, evil things that happen, always has somebody from the security sector that is compromised. My brothers and sisters, and as I was telling your colleagues on the other side, some of you are also at the age of my children. So we want to say here as your parents and as your senior brothers that it is important for you at the onset to really be inculcated with, or inculcate yourself with values and principles that shield you from acts of corruption. Because corruption makes one of the biggest challenges faced by National Police Service is the challenge of corruption, and that really needs to be combated decisively. I'm happy that also this curriculum encompasses matters to do with human rights and constitutionalism, and that you are expected to do your job within the law. You know that we are dealing with dangerous criminals out there. The law, you have been trained on how to hold your gun. Some of you now can actually, for the first time you came here, you didn't even know how a gun looks like. You just used to hear. But now you know how to operate it for purpose of protecting yourself and protect our country. Use that weapon responsibly because there is constitutional and legal standards that you have been trained already on how to use your gun. Don't use it, don't misuse it. There's a time, the law says there's a time you use the gun to scare an enemy. There's a time that it says you use the gun to kill the enemy. So always use it properly as per the law. And there is a time also you shoot to restrain, you know, and it's already in the law that you can shoot to restrain a reasonable force depending on the circumstance that you are in. Don't be threatened or scared to use that gun to exterminate an enemy that you think is necessary for purpose of protecting life and protecting your country. Some of you are going to serve in our border. You will meet very dangerous criminals. Don't waste time calculating as to whether what the law says when that enemy is facing you with a gun or a grenade or anything. Do what it is needed to be done by you. But when you are dealing with your brothers and sisters, you need also to know that you must exercise high restraint so that innocent civilians that are unarmed cannot be lives be destroyed. So take those lessons very seriously. Take lessons for human rights, constitutionalism, rule of law, and I have been proved that you have clearly been trained on that. Something unique about administration police is that beside the work you do with RDU and general duties, among others, there is also a new unit that was introduced recently that deals with the National Government Administrative Unit, which is now being operationalized. It's not yet fully operationalized. We are doing it progressively. We were waiting for you, and some of you are going to serve in that administrative unit to facilitate proper enforcement by administrators and to work together with our local administrators to ensure that we are keeping law and order and to support them. Please inculcate in yourself now values of teamwork, values of team spirit. Work with everybody. Respect others. Respect others. Don't say, I'm a police officer, I have a gun. Who is a chief or who is an assistant chief? It's important that we work together because the objective we are trying to achieve is that objective of law and order. So you're being trained to do so that you can be able to serve our country. We are, as a National Police Service and the Ministry of Interior, we went around the country last year to listen to the views of Kenyans through Jukwaa la Usalama, and they were very clear, both from the police officers but also the people of Kenya, that there is need for continuous training of police officers. We do not want someone to graduate as a constable and then stick there for many years without training because they were not promoted to be corporal or they did not reach the rank of an inspector. What is important is that despite the rank, we want to ensure that we structure the training program so that there is continuous training. That way, we are now, I have directed the Inspector General of Police from a policy perspective that he must establish a National Police Service training plan, and that plan will ensure that we improve our facilities. We have the regional training centers, we have the specialized training facilities like Anyonyo and other places. We have also these facilities. They need facelift. I'm very happy today that I have come and seen a new barracks that is being built, a very magnificent one that is going to accommodate almost 1,000 police officers. I want to congratulate the DIG, AP, and the entire team for the work you are doing in that regard to improve facilities. And the IG will then, through this national plan, identify the areas of improvement and training across the country. I am also very grateful and congratulate the DIG for creating this training program in Meru. And I like the location which it was put, somewhere in between a route that many bandits have been using to attack and steal livestock and kill lives in Meru. This idea, I spoke last year about the need to ensure that we don't keep the police officers to be training only in Kiganjo, in Embakasi. We need to take them for also part of their training out of Nairobi to the areas where there are practical challenges. But there was another foolish man who went around telling people, I have said, we need to close Kiganjo police station and take it to my village. You know, a lot of foolishness. And I must say that we are taking you to Meru, those sides of Meru. You will get facilities that are not like these ones. There will be practical facilities that are commensurate to the areas you will be operating in anyway in actual life. And I'm very excited. We shall be working with the county government of Meru and the other leaders from that region to see how enough land will be secured, and then we start building a training facility there for you, for your future trainees, so that they can be going there for training. And we will do the same. We'll move others to Kerio Valley, we'll take others to Northeastern, we'll take others to places like Turkana, and other parts of the country, because Tana River and other places, because our desire is to ensure that our police officers have training, practical training facilities where they go and have practical experience on the issues they are facing as trainees. Maybe the other value that I wanted to emphasize is that please remember that when you came here, I am told most of you came here and some of you came to Nairobi for the first time. I don't want to. How many of you came to Nairobi for the first time? And there's nothing wrong. I came to Nairobi to school for the first time. Just lift your hand. I've seen a good number of hands. The others are worried that they will be exposed. And they had told their girlfriends at home that, Nairobi, I have been there many times. Really, I came to Nairobi for the first time to join the university. So there is no shame that you've come to Nairobi for the first time for purpose of this training. And I know that you have come here, perhaps, as I said earlier, the only person from your village. Most likely you are the only person from your village, at least in this cohort. There may be other police officers in your village, but you are the first one. So you have not come here with your village. So don't bring your village mentality to the National Police Service. Bring national mentality, a mentality of nationalism and patriotism. You know, the people you are serving with, the brother you are there, you are fighting at the border, you are dealing with Al-Shabaab. The next person there doesn't have to come from your village. And that's your comrade, that's your brother. That is your sister. That's the person you are serving your country together. And when you are doing that, you are not doing it for your village or your tribe. You are doing it for your country. This is a disciplined force. It is not expected of you to engage in partisan political agendas out there. Yours is to protect the state. The integrity of the state is in your hands. And so when you go through this training, always stop this thinking of who is the next person from my community, what can I do for my tribe? No. What you are supposed to do is to do for your country. In the last protest 2 years ago, something really unacceptable happened. First, you have a politician out there who speaks all the time, appealing to tribal sentiments. That must be shunned as a nation. Number two, you have police officers who are recruited to become content creators. Content creators. And there is a very silly statement that they like using. So to encourage people to commit this kind of heinous behaviors. That their fear is gone. And then they wanted to encourage you to, when they want to encourage you to be stupid, they encourage you by telling you their fear is gone. You can tell anything to the president, you can tell anything to the IG, you can post content there, say that it's a useless administration, you can talk about the commander-in-chief in a foolish way. When you want to do those things, you go to where foolish people operate from. This is where intelligent patriots serve. This is National Police Service, where intelligent, patriotic, courageous men and women serve to protect their nation. And I want to tell you, don't fall victim of that mentality, because I know them. As soon as those police officers were taken through disciplinary process, they lost their jobs, they became lonely and miserable. The same people who gave them little amount of money to do content creation abandoned them. And now some of them are crying out there that they wish they had continued. And there is no one who is going to absorb and employ a police officer who was indisciplined, insulting an inspector general of police. There is nobody who will do that. They know that discipline is a very important thing. And that indiscipline that you exercise here will affect you, even in the normal life in society. Please be mindful of your discipline. And that's why I said alcohol, drugs, and all those issues should not mess up with your lives. You are coming to a national police service that has greatly improved thanks to the continuous reforms that have been put in place over the years. New constitution, the third administration came to place. They came in with reforms in the National Police Service. It was followed by a new constitution that demands certain standards of service. As I've told you, the constitution, the laws. You are oversighted by civilians. You're also oversighted by independent police and oversight authority. It is not oversight for purpose of punishment. It's about teamwork, to work together. You have also come in, as I said, the framework of that training. A lot of it as reforms have gone into it. And when the president came to office, he put in place a task force to look at the reforms of National Police Service, the prison service, and the NYS. And the report of that task force is being implemented, and it will be implemented fully. To start with, you have now a National Police Service that has looked into the welfare of the police officers. You have welfare, your salary, at an entry point as a constable. There has been an improvement from phase 1 of this program in 2023, 2024, and then 2024, 2025, phase 2, and then in this year to next year is phase 3, which will be implemented in July. And that increment of salary, you are very lucky, because unlike your predecessors, you are joining the police service when the salary of a constable at an entry point has gone up by 10,000 shillings. That is really significant. And we want to thank the Commander-in-Chief for his foresight and commitment to supporting the National Police Service. That is not enough. You are joining the police service when we have worked on the insurance policy. Now recently we have onboarded the National Police Service to the SHA program, and in the program that is ensuring that Usalama cover, which ensures that you are covered and you can access over 6,000 hospitals across the country. It has emergency evacuation services. It has also services that protect your family or any police officer's family should they unfortunately lose their lives in the line of duty. These improved services are very necessary to ensure that your welfare is protected. You have also joined the National Police Service when there is an ongoing massive modernization program, where His Excellency the President directed that we buy equipment that will help the police officers to ensure that they are protected even as they serve. That includes the MRAPs, it includes all the protective gear, it includes better vehicles that are able to take care of your welfare. And I want to assure you that we will continue with that program of modernization to ensure the National Police Service is a strong and modern service that can deliver for the people of Kenya. We have also ensured that we want to infuse technology. We don't want National Police Service that is cropping in the dark. So as you progressively do your work in the field, there are also some of you in the service who will be taking care of the technology part. And we are having a massive upgrade of using, we have what we call now IC3, which is Integrated Command, Control, and Communication Service. Now we are ongoing with the program of upgrading it to be Integrated Command, Control, Communication, and Computation. Computation means we are infusing AI analytics to ensure that we are protecting our country. This program will have command centers and CCTV cameras that are going to be installed to start with in 6 cities and towns. That is Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Eldoret, Nyeri, and we are working to make sure that we also move it to Meru. That is in the inception, to ensure that we have cameras that we can monitor the entire city. These cameras, this program also includes, why the analytics is extremely important is because it includes what we call digital OB. You see the occurrence book that you all know where you go and report a crime. Now you will report, Kenyans will be reporting incidences and crimes and at the comfort of their offices, houses, streets. If you see something happens, you just go to your tablet and you report to the National Police Service. That will help us a great deal to know areas of concentration of which kind of crimes, but also makes the National Police Service to respond quickly, but also you can track the response by that police officer, meaning that there will be greater accountability as a result of this equipment. It will also come with other equipment, CCTV cameras for all the police stations. The 1,200 police stations will have CCTV cameras, which will also enhance levels of accountability. It will also come with ICT equipment, that's laptops and other equipment for the police officers in the police station. It will come with 11,000 radio calls that will be distributed across the country. It will be a massive form of communication in the country. This process of procurement is ongoing, and this will really help us intervene properly insofar as security issues are concerned, and it will make the National Police Service more accountable. In fact, we have infused also technological systems that will ensure that it will monitor transfers and promotions, so that we know that people who have stayed long without promotion are also taken good care of. I want to thank the Inspector General of Police last year. Thanks to Jukwaa la Usalama, we promised that we are going to promote constables, corporals, and inspectors that have stayed in the same rank for a long time. All the corporals that were above 50 years were all promoted to the next rank, and constables, and then corporals who are over 10 years and inspectors were also promoted. And this is massive. But going forward, that system should help us, together with the policies that we will put in place, to know at what stage can you be promoted to the next rank. Of course, if you are not in discipline, it will be important. What is also important is that we will have a system that will account for everybody where they are, so that there are no ghost police officers. Everybody will be, we will always account for where the police officer is. Know that we are told that somebody is in a police station in Todonyang, but he is actually absentee operating in Nairobi. That system will help us to ensure where you are. But also, more importantly, it will manage transfers. We have said that a police officer should not stay for more than 3 years in one station. And if it goes even further, it becomes at most 5 years. That is being farmed up, so that the day you will be posted to serve, some of you will go and serve at the border of our country. And you must serve every part of the country with the same commitment. I know 5 months ago when you were asking for a job, you were told, you know, this job may require you to go and serve in, risky areas where you are doing security operations. And you said, I can do anything, I can work anywhere. But now that it's midway, you are beginning to say, sijui nani ataniangalilia nisiende bali sana. What I want to tell you is that you are now here to serve anywhere in the country, and anybody in any place in the country, and everybody in the nation. Now, what is important is that we don't want police officers to serve in operational areas for long. Once someone serves 3 to 5 years, they are moved to another area, another person goes there, so that there is equity in the National Police Service, and we maintain a sense of morale for everybody to know that serving in certain parts of our country is not a punishment for a few people. It must be able to give opportunity for every one of us to serve every part of the country. So transfer policy will be, and the equipment will also be infused in it. There are so many other reform programs, including housing. We want to make sure that progressively we are ensuring that all police officers will be operating from the police station. And the police station will have housing for police officers properly constructed working together with the Ministry of Housing to ensure that in the affordable housing project, there is a component to ensure that we take care of our police officers under the institutional housing program. That has already been discussed. 17,000 houses have been approved. We are working now we are actually trying to upscale it to 30,000 houses, so that in the midterm, and then in the long term, we must be able to get entire National Police Service covered in terms of having properly institutional houses that we can be able to live in a dignified manner. During Jukwaa la Usalama, Kenyans insisted that we want to see police officers living within the police station for quick response when there is need, and we are going to work on that. Almost the last thing I would like to say is that there is a question of mobility. The people of Kenya would want us to ensure that, and the police officers require vehicles. There has been a challenge with our leasing program that has now taken quite, it's gone beyond 10 years. We want to re-look at it. We are procuring electric vehicles. We hope that we can get a sizable number of electric vehicles, 2,000 to 3,000. It will help us deal with a lot of costs that go to maintenance and the fuel cost, so that the police officers can be properly facilitated. That one is also, the procurement is ongoing, and discussions with Treasury, we are working on it. It was far much delayed, but I can assure you that that will be delivered in the long run. We are here to protect you, but at the same time for you to protect us. We fight for your welfare so that the people of Kenya can get good services. Please take care of this training period. Get as much knowledge as possible. Build more strength as possible. Get out of here with enthusiasm. Get out of here. Don't become, unajua kuna kitu wa Kenya wamezoea. Nasema askari ni askari tu. Hata ule ati umetrain akirudi tu atakuja kuwa ule mwingine tu. Hapana. Don't accept that. When I entered the Senate, for my first time, there was a Mzee whom we joined together, who had been in government and politics since 1960s. He came in with Mzee Kenyatta and so forth. So when I came, when we used to speak in a very fiery manner in the Senate and raising new ideas, saying we want to do this for counties, we want to do this for the nation, he once called me and said, young man, relax. Utakuja kujua tu hiyo maneno haiendi mahali. And it made me think that there are people who, by virtue of their failure to attain the levels of delivery that was expected of them, have resigned to the fate of discouraging those that are coming up. You are Gen Z generation. You have a responsibility in your generation to ensure that your generation is disciplined, to ensure that the generation is changing Kenya, to ensure that your generation is doing things differently. Think about it that way. Don't think about it insofar as your fathers and your forefathers, how they have done things. The way your colleagues are doing things in other sectors innovatively and differently. You have come in as police officers to bring new energy in the National Police Service. Our job through training here is just to polish you and to train you, to give you skills of endurance, but the values that you carry along must be values that can serve your generation in a better way, a more polished police service, a more friendly police service to the people, a more responsive police service to challenges. Don't when someone calls you and you are in RDU, you know, and the local you are thank you very much. Don't find yourself in a stage where when wananchi call you in your village and tell you some livestock has been stolen, we need a police officer to come and respond, and you are serving RDU somewhere in Kerio Valley. Don't tell people how watu wamekuwa wakiona tu tangu zamani. You know, don't worry. No, don't come with that mentality. Come with new thinking, with passion, with commitment to serve the people of Kenya. Otherwise, I wish you well. I look forward to seeing you in the next 4 months during your pass-out parade here. The DIG had requested that we make sure that these grounds are looking better for purpose of your pass-out parade. We will work with him to ensure that the resources are found to make this facility better, so that by the time we are coming to your parade, it will be nice. And your villagers will be here. Villagers will be here. Your mothers, your grandmothers, they will be so happy that you got this job. Yeah? Please don't let them down. Don't let them down. Not now, not in the future. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you very much. It's very good.